week, this is so exciting. Ellis and I have had a mini celebration before doing this video, and he's also left me to my own devices to getting this part of the video clip sorted. So hopefully I've set this up correctly, who knows. But we have run both of our reports and done some research on the analysis and what the results actually mean. So we did our first one within the first 7 days for our shelf life verification process, and then we got the second report back, which was after 60 days. Got that back last week. We've gone through the comparisons of going, what do these results mean, making sure that, for example, the colony forming units, so what they'll initiate as CFU per gram, what does that mean? Are we safe? Are we going down the right path? Is this actually working? Because we need that big fat pass mark when we get our final report, which is after 90 days, which we should get in the next week to 2 weeks. And just honestly, it is such a relief. Like, we just, going into this, had no idea whether it was going to last 7 days, a month, 2 months. We really want to get to that 90-day mark just so that from a business standpoint, we can operate much more efficiently, and it puts us in a really, really good place. So,
So we've just come out for a quick walk. I know Em told you the good news, obviously, about the shelf life, which is really positive. But we've just come out for a walk just before the gym. So we thought we would reflect on the kind of process that we've had to go through. Because as great as that news is, it has come with, I guess, some challenges, right?
yeah, and I think some big ones that are definitely worth sharing. First of all, it has to be the fact that when it comes to shelf life testing, we were under the assumption that with technology these days, you could do one session, they'll do the major tests, such as water activity, and they'll give you that duration that you're looking at and be able to tell you what that process is and how long your bar or product will last. That is not the case. We spoke with an environmental health officer, for example, and she was telling us about a kind of jam spread company. They were looking for like a year and a half. They had to wait a year and a half, however long they wanted the shelf life to be. You have to wait that amount of time. So for us, we're working on the 90 days to get us going to see what that looks like. But we did not think that we'd have to wait the whole duration.
Yeah, and I think that I'm just going to switch arms because I'm not very strong and I'm holding the camera up extended out.
That's why we're going to the gym.
Which is why we're going to the gym. So the next one is like the packaging. You obviously have to do the shelf life testing in the packaging that you want, because it's the material barrier, the film that you might have within it, the outer coating, all kind of impacts the integrity of the test.
Yeah.
So choosing that is really important before you actually send stuff off for shelf life. And not only that, being a small organisation comes with challenges. You don't have as much leverage or kind of power to influence larger organisations. So deciding on who you're working with is not as easy as picking the best one, because a lot of them don't respond. We actually emailed 3 or 4 packaging providers that didn't even respond to us, called them, emailed them, sent messages on their website for contact us, and we didn't get a response. So we did find one they've been really, really helpful. Yeah. We've sent them bars, they've done the dimensions, they've sent us examples back, sent us loads for our testing process. So we're really grateful for that, but that in itself has been quite hard work.
Yeah, it has. It's an uphill battle.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. I think the other final one is definitely you have to take into consideration your overall water activity in any recipe. Yeah. So we were looking at, for example, back in Canada in the first 6 months of testing, looking at like egg whites, and you can get that in powder or liquid form. And when we did a first test, actually in our own shelf life environment, it didn't last longer than 2 weeks. And it's because you need to look at the overall water activity in your recipe. We haven't used egg white in the end, but it is something that has a massive impact, and you have to go through the process yourself to figure out where is the moisture coming from and what ratio is that going to be within the gram of a bar.
Yeah, and then I think the final thing for us is the fact that we can't do anything until the shelf life testing comes back. Yeah. We need to pass this, because if it came back negative and we didn't pass, we'd have to tweak the recipe. And so therefore we can't do the nutritional analysis, and therefore we can't get the packaging sorted because we need the nutrition analysis on the packaging. So at the moment we are just waiting for this. There's obviously a lot of other things that we can do from a business perspective, but we really want to start getting these bars out to retailers, to people to try them, and start getting some content produced so people can see them and taste them and, you know, do all the good stuff. So
and I think that's the other thing though, isn't it? Where to be able to do photo shoots ourselves, and you haven't got a bar in a package that is your own, in the printed packaging that's all branded up, it does make it really challenging where you want things to be on brand and you want to put it out there, and that's definitely been a bit of a challenge, hasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, we're getting off now, back to the gym. Or I not say back to the gym, to the gym. We've not been today, so we'll see you
Hope
next
you're
time.
moving well.
Yeah, bye.
Okay, that's my spiel. Over and out. Oh, and nowthealth.com, you can subscribe and pop in your email address and we'll let you know how we're going on the countdown to launch. So, thank you.